Alright, so in this video, I want to show you how to edit 360 videos like this one here. Really useful if you want to film yourself out of the window of a car to make it look like a drone is following you. I'm going to show you how to capture and edit footage just like this. And remember, before we jump into this tutorial, make sure that you go and grab my video settings cheat sheet below, which will give you all the best settings for your action camera. So for this video, I'm using two items. First is my camera. This is the Insta60 X5. This will work with the X4 or even an X3 as well. Probably would recommend the X5 because it's a later camera. And I'm also using a selfie stick. So I have one here. In the video, I did use a 3-meter long pole, but a selfie stick that's like a meter or two long will do. You want to basically screw your camera onto the selfie stick when you are in your vehicle. And then you're going to press record, or you're going to use the twist and shoot function on the camera. So basically the twist and shoot function is you go into the settings menu on your camera and you can actually turn it on so that when you go back and forth like this twice, it will start recording. So when the camera is actually out of your window of your vehicle, you can just literally twist and turn like this and it will start recording or stop recording. So you don't have to record it, hang it out the window, record, and then come back in. You can actually just hold it out there. A couple of other tips as well. When you are recording out of your vehicle, I don't want to accept any liability for how you do this, but I usually extend my stick kind of in my vehicle and then put it out and rest it on the side of the window so it's pretty stable. And just make sure you look around for obstacles and stuff. As you'll see where I'm filming, it's super open, so I don't have to worry about anything like that. But just be mindful of that stuff, because the last thing you want is this camera hitting something and you causing yourself injury or losing your camera or to crash your vehicle. Don't want that. So once you've pressed record and you've got your camera out the window, you can literally point the camera anywhere because it's a 360 camera, right? And once you're happy with your footage, you are going to then want to edit it. Now, when you capture your footage, it doesn't really matter where the camera points because it will capture everything on these two lenses in 360 mode. Now, one thing you obviously have to make sure is when you film, you are in 360 mode. Don't shoot on single lens camera because then that won't work. You need to shoot on 360 mode. I generally shoot in either 5.7K at 30 frames a second or 8K at 30 frames a second, or if you're looking at slowing your footage down, bump it down to 4K resolution and then go up to 120 frames a second. As we move to Insta360 Studio, if you haven't downloaded that from Insta360's website, you need to go and do that. Then you want to open your file. So I have my file here, and as you can see, my stick is out the window. Pretty cool, like Alpine Mountain Road. A couple of ways we can do this. We can use keyframes or we can use deep track. That's what I'm going to show you in this video. So first of all, keyframes. So depending on what you want your camera to do, I am going to just zoom out on my tracking pad and just, choose like a good start point for my video. So I'm going to scroll through, go there, trim the clip with Command and left bracket. Add a keyframe at the start, Command and K, and then you can play around with the all the toggles here and just fine tune your shots. This is where it's going to start, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip and I'm going to add another keyframe. Let's go here. I want to have the camera face a little bit more forward. So now what it's going to do, it's going to transition between the two keyframes. I'll show you now if I go up for the start. It will move between two keyframes, which is kind of cool. And then from there, we can fine tune things again. So we can go from there, and then we're going around this corner here. So I'm going to exit the corner. And I'm going to come back onto the van like this so we can just really see the landscape I'm driving in. Let's look at that now. So into one keyframe, and then it's going to pan round and show that, which is great. Okay, so that's the first method I want to show you. The second method is using something called deep track. So deep track, we can actually lock onto the subject of the van or the car, which is going to be useful for most people. I'm just going to delete these keyframes and go back to the start. And then you want to, again, get your first keyframe right. And then you want to tap this button here, like a square with a target around it. Oh, you can press Command and T. Please drag with the left mouse button to select the tracking target, or click the automatically identify tracking target. So I'm going to click and drag, and I'm going to draw a green box around our subject. and it's going to deep track it. Start tracking, and it will now track the subject throughout the whole clip. And with this, you can do your whole clip like this, or you can just do a portion and then you can keyframe the rest of it. So it's pretty cool. Look at this guy. There's actually a motorbiker. Watch this motorbiker. He actually waves at me. Look at, he's waving. You can see my camera. That's funny. So I'll show you this now. You should see the video tracking the van, which is kind of cool. You can't see the selfie stick or anything, it's invisible, which is one of the things I love about using the Insta60 X5. So then to export the video, once we're ready with it, I've just trimmed the end of the clip here just because I only want this 15-second clip. I'm going to click export. And then you'll just want to choose your bitrate, your resolution, where you want the file to go. And what you could also do, which I forgot to show you actually, this is currently 16:9, so perfect for YouTube. But if you want to do this for social media, you can click here and you can choose which aspect ratio you want. So if you want a social media video, we can quite easily create one of these in a different size. So as you'll see here, now it is 9:16. Great for social media. That is basically how I create those droneless shots. Whether you want to film yourself driving, or you can do this when you're walking or just moving in general and make it look like a drone is following you without actually having a drone. But yeah, any questions, drop them below in the comments and I'll get back to you, and I'll see you in the next video.